So much for your mystery.
A lack of evidence on this floor doesn't mean that the woman wasn't in this room.
You checked every woman's shoe outside.
But it doesn't mean she wasn't here. Not a lot of people have access to your office, right?
Right.
And none of your assistants were wearing the right size shoe or the right style to make that print. Does the woman that cleans your office vacuum in heels? And if so, would she be as careless as to wear them in dirt before cleaning?
I don't know.
You know, I know this isn't on my list of assignments and duties, but I could solve mysteries such as this for you, and I wouldn't even bill you for overtime.
I think it'll work itself out. Let's,
Do you have a lot of mystery women coming in here?
No, Kendall really doesn't like mystery women that much.
Well, I'll figure this out for you.
Hello?
What size shoe do you wear?
8. Why?
Is that a 4-inch heel?
Yes.
You were looking in the window outside my house.
You live at 32 Chestnut Lane?
You were standing in the perennial garden.
I'm sorry if I scared you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare me. I solved mysteries.
Okay. Talk to Joanne. Have her explain the phone system to you. And then hold all my calls, all right?
Don't believe anything she says. Write it down, and I'll fact check it later.
So who are you? And why are you following me?
You really don't know? Have I changed that much?
Do I know you?
I'm so homesick, so alone in this great big house. Thank God you're here to talk to Alex.
Oh, my God, Hannah.
You gonna give your old friend a hug?
I looked for you for so long.
Well, you're not the only one who knows how to hide.
I don't know what to say. How long have you been here?
A day or two. That girl was right. I have been checking you out.
You have, you caught me completely off guard.
I also saw you at the cemetery.
So you know.
Yes. I saw her son's grave.
Oh, Lord. You think...
I looked for you. A long time.
I wish I would have known it was Ethan on my trail. I thought it was your father, and I was determined he would never find me.
You didn't. You were lucky.
That's why I left Ethan. Left him for another woman to raise. He raised connections between us, so that bastard would never find his grandson.
So what happened?
I became a new woman, and I started a new life.
You did well for yourself. I mean, you look great. And...
I've done extremely well for myself. I landed a job with an import company in the Far East just in time for China's economic reforms to open up the market.
Continent away from my father. That didn't hurt.
One of the best perks. A year and a half ago, I moved to Singapore, and that's where I found out about Alexander's supposed death, about you, alive, and Ethan. There were no more reasons to hide. I was on my way here when I found out about Ethan, and my reunion dreams came to an end. My son is dead, and I didn't get to know him. I'm sorry your father put you through more hell.
I'd be sorry for the people he killed.
Then you said that, your wife is okay.
You know, she's fine. He tried to get to her, but she's fine.
I'm so glad. He won't ever get out, will he?
You'll never have to face my father again, I promise you.
Thank you, Alex. I'm sorry, it's Zach, right? Pleased to meet you, Zach Slater. It's hard to imagine you in charge of Cambius Industries. All those summer nights we spent. The way you talked about your father, your disdain for all he stood for. Anything with the name Cambius.
Somebody had to take this legacy and turn it into something good.
Well, that's wonderful to hear.
And Ethan started, I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do...
Zach, please. I'm not looking to open up old wounds. You and I were kids back then. You don't owe me anything. That's not why I'm here.
Why are you here?
You invited me out of the import business last year. I've been looking for something new. Challenge. One of your headhunters called, said Cambius is looking to fill an executive officer position.
We are.
When I found out you were in charge, I sent him my resume. We had an interview. Here I am.
Well, that's surprising.
See? This is me.
Ah.
I guess it's safe to change it back, right? My name back?
Mm-hmm. No wonder this was on top. You really did do well for yourself.
I've been a very fortunate woman in many ways.
So you interested? In the job? It's yours if you want it.
I am interested. There's just something I have to do before I make that decision. All about my son. I want to meet the people he knew. I want to know what he loved. Then I'll know if I can stay.
God, getting through Lily is...
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had someone in here.
Speaking of people that know Ethan, this is Kendall, my wife. Hannah Nichols. Ethan's mom.
Ethan's mother? Hannah. Well, thank God you're okay.
Kendall Hart Slater. My wife.
I can't tell you how great it is to meet you. Zach and I, we were afraid that his father may have gotten to you.
He did in his own way. Alexander's the reason I had to change my name, hide who I really was, abandon everything that was Hannah Nichols except for her pain. I outlived a son I never knew.
So Ethan swept Simone right into his arms and carried her over the puddle. But he never put her down. He carried her all the way to the restaurant. That's the kind of guy he was.
I'm sorry. These are wonderful stories, but this is a lot to take in.
The analysis from the Paris office was just delivered.
Go ahead, it's fine.
I'll be back.
Hannah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not upsetting you. I just want you to know what an amazing man your son was.
You don't have to apologize. It's wonderful to hear that he was happy and loved by this woman, at least.
Do you know how things were between Ethan and Zach?
Well, Zach completely rejected Ethan.
No, Zach did that out of love, Hannah. He knew what it meant to be a Cambius. He wanted to protect his son from suffering the way he did himself.
Well, he seemed to have survived very well.
Zach saw his father kill his mother.
Oh, my God. Well, no wonder Zach hated him so much.
Well, Zach blocked all of that out. But he knew what it meant to be a Cambius. He knew how evil that name was. So Zach did the only thing that he thought he could do, the only thing that he thought was best